Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison. The light is very funny on this. Very weird. Just leave as is. Okay, I'm just making sure the sound was okay, but I noticed the lighting was pretty shit, to be honest. But we'll just go with it, go with the flow. Right, who's in? Have we got anybody in?
Still light.
Yeah, whoa. Ah, we're okay. Okay, I'm just going to jump over. If you're kind of watching just now, just go down to the like button just now and hit that like button. At the moment, that'd be fantastic if you could do that. And it does help the channel, but I'll just jump over to the chat area. Just now, who do we have in? We've got Babman in the house, Justin Churchill, Crypto Chit is in, George Charles, IT Financial, Marcus Shafari, Gareth Passage, Brundo 25 is in. I'm going to have to put my glasses on. Mitch Dieter is in as well. So welcome everybody. Really good that you could join me this morning. Just see, yeah, we're all up and running. Health is looking good. We'll just go over to the markets just now and see what's going on. Got market capitalization of 120 billion, which is down 2%. Obviously Bitcoin dropping a wee bit. We'll look at the Bitcoin price after this as well. BTC dominance kind of up slightly, 52.49% at the moment. So who were the winners and losers? Eternity is up 24%, Wax up 23%, Stratus up 17%, doing really well at the moment. And Zilliqa, Power Ledger, Moax, Steam, Loopring, Chainlink as well. And that Buggy Racoin is up again. Who's the losers? Dentcoin, Hypercash, that's already had a huge run up. It's up 19% on the week. Factum is down as well. Bitcoin Cash. Crypto.com is down as well. Holo is down. I thought Holo would do good things this week, to be honest, but they're not showing it yet, but I do expect that to come within the next couple of weeks. So they're down. Okay, so just look at all the market above, trading above 100k. So down is Patreon, Agrello, that's had a huge run up already. Zen, Datex, 4 as well. QLC chain down, USD, credits, profile utility. Who's the highest? I thought we'd have had somebody higher than that. Beat 33%. And Otonio, Tieron, TNT is one I got into. I jumped into 3 of the top gainers yesterday, which were all above 70%. I was in trading yesterday, which was a really good trading day yesterday for me. And it was the 3 of the top ones, but I was jumping in and out of them. If I had stayed in just one single one of them, I would have been up over 70%, but as it stands, I'm up about 40% from where I was. So it was a good trading day yesterday, but I should have stayed in just one of them, but you never know these things. So who's up over the 7 days? Dignity is up 73%. So I thought there was a big scam around Dignity. Just wondering why it's up 73%. Strange. Okay, so have a look at the Bitcoin price just now. 3,585. This is on Bitstamp. This is the daily chart. We'll just look at the 4-hourly chart. So we're hovering around that 3,600 level. So very precarious whether we kind of jump up or we go down from here. There's a bit of downward pressure, it looks like, for Bitcoin. Yeah, it looks like it could fall from here, but it's very precarious because it's on that 3,600 line. But I think when it goes, it's going to go quickly, whatever direction it's going to go in. So we'll either see a big move up or a big move down from here. It's been kind of going sideways since, well, for the last 6 days. Since the drop, it's been going sideways, so it's going to make a move, I think, today or tomorrow, sometime this week anyway, and it's going to be a big one. But as I said, yep, very precarious on that 3,600 line. Okay, we'll just look at some of the gainers. That's not 35%. Eternity, that is up. We'll just look at the daily. from the daily point of view, just see when it crossed over. So it's not even crossed over yet. This is a thing about a changing market as well. This is a changing market at the minute. The alts are going on a run just now, so we'll have to kind of change our strategy, which I've kind of done in the group, in the premium group, for making the calls. So we're changing our strategy slightly, but it's just the way it was previously. In a slow market, it's a different kind of strategy, so the premium group members know what that is anyway. RLC has kind of jumped up 14% as well, and Power Ledger has jumped up. Stratus has jumped up again. I had a big run up from here, from 18,000 all the way up to 42,000, which was a 100% jump. Came back down. One I think is going to move in the next few days is Waves. I think Waves is going to go back up. It did have a 100% jump from, well, more than that, from 26,000, and it went up to 120,000. So it did have a 356% jump, but came back down again. That was to the current levels, which would have represented 171%. But they're bringing out a lot of stuff just now. I'm just going to CoinMarket calendar. A lot of news coming out on Waves, so I thought, okay, I'm going to jump into Waves this morning, which I did. For a few reasons, and I'll tell you the reasons why. Search. Okay, so they've got the airdrop announcement. Oh, this is on the 19th of January. Announcement of VST airdrop details to Waves holders by the end of the week. That was kind of produced on the 13th of January, so we'll know more about the airdrop as well. A lot of people might be buying because of that. They've got a bounty program out for developers. WVSX fork. All Waves holders will receive free WVSX after the hard fork on January 17th. Blockchain Gamer Connects. So this is a kind of Gamer Connects that they're involved in as well. Big partnership announcement before the end of the month as well. So 3 or 4 things going on for Waves. And as I said, they've already had a big, huge run up, a 350% jump up, but they've came back down and retraced about 42% since then. And now I think is the time is going to jump back up again from these levels. But that's just my biased opinion. I'm into kind of Waves just now. I've just got into it this morning again with the kind of trading profits from yesterday. So we'll be doing that. Yep, we'll just see what happens with Waves as well with that. So that's what I'm into at the moment. Just go back to the chat area. Mac Paulin is in the house. Chris Noble, Lawrence Matthews is in. Good to see you. Alex Jug is in. Stephen King. Steve AMB looks promising. Yeah, I called AMB too soon. So called. We'll just have a look at AMB. AMB BTC. So I called this last week, but I was just a bit too soon with it. And it is looking good for another run up. To be honest, I'm just going to see. Kind of looking at what I do is I look at news as well, obviously, to see what's coming up, especially with Binance. And this is a good exchange for doing this. And we'll go to AMB because I thought they had kind of news coming out as well. Okay, what off. Oh. No, that's June. I thought they had news coming out as well. And that's the A-chain as well. So they've not got any news. I thought for some reason there was news coming out. Maybe I've seen something about them. So it does look good, Gareth. Yep. David Schwartz is in. Juan Antonio. Good honesty. Bab needs new and some good news soon. It's having a bad time now. Hope things get more positive. Bab is doing absolutely atrocious with regards to price at the moment. It's doing really, really bad. I wish I'd got out of Bab and go back in again around about 11, 12 Satoshi. We're just going to have a look at some of the smaller ones we've been following. So this is Bab just now between 8 and 9 Satoshi. So you can see here it was up to 12 Satoshi, which represents a 25% drop to where it is just now. So price action is doing absolute crap at the moment, and it has been for a while, to be honest. So they really need to bring out this news or get some good news, or they're in danger of losing a lot of people, I think, Bab, because this has kind of been trading in this channel for months now. I know it's not all about the price, but as investors, it kind of sometimes is as well. Because my thinking is, and if I was to do it all over again, I probably wouldn't have invested kind of as much and would have traded much more. As partly because I'm getting much better at trading just now. I could have made a lot more money rather than just staying invested, obviously, because we're kind of way down on where it has been. Has been up to 37, down to 8 at the moment, so 75% down on where it was, which is in line with the market as well. But we did, having said that as well, we did make a lot of money when it was like 4 and 5 Satoshi and kind of going up the way as well. But again, that was trading it. So yeah, Bab are not having a good time with them price movements just now. So at 8 Satoshi to buy is 53 million, which is only 4 Bitcoin worth. And to sell at 9 Satoshi, 7 million, which is 0.7 kind of Bitcoin worth. So yeah, I wished I'd sold my kind of bag at maybe 11 Satoshi, go back in at maybe 8 or 9 Satoshi. Recently. But they need to come out with good news, or some news, definitely. Okay, Howdo is doing well at the moment, I notice, which is good to see. So 456 for Howdo, and we'll just look. So it did go up to 490, down to 456. That's on the hourly chart. We'll just look at it on the 4-hourly chart and put that into context. So the highest it's been since it came out is 872. So it's only 50% off from its high, and it's not even released its app yet or anything like that at all. So Howdo is doing well, and it's jumped up from its low about 66%. So expect big things from Howdo as well. Meta is doing terrible at the moment with regards to price. And I'm not talking about news or anything like that, or kind of what they're working on in the background. Same with Bab as well, I'm not talking about that. But Metamorph is doing terrible on the price just now. But again, it's still up 44% from its lows. So this could do well as well. It's still a risky one to get into, but I think it's a longer term one. We've been saying that for a while. This is definitely a long term one. It's just down on its price just now, big time. So it's 87% down from its high, more than that actually. 89% from its high. So that's Metamorph. Digitex futures, how are they doing? Down to 1125. I think they're on about 50% off. 55% off from the highs, which was recently, which was in October. So they're just waiting on the exchange coming out, and kind of beta testers using that as well, or the alpha testers using that. What else? I think BPT, I just want to have a look at Blockport just now, see how they're doing. Yep, they're still going up. So Blockport has had a good run up as well. Blockport was one of the hidden gems I'd kind of spoken about, and it's starting to move just now, which is good. So yeah, Bab needs to get a move on. Same with everybody else though. Like Bun Crush, thank you very much, Gene, really appreciate that. Honest Crypto Journey, good morning, hope everyone is well, good to see you. Juan Antonio, where do you think BTC is going from here? Honestly, don't know. It could, with Bitcoin, it's really difficult to kind of tell, but it looks as if it's going down. Being really honest, it looks as if it's going to go down. So 3592. If it kind of stays here much longer and doesn't break and keep above the 3600, for me the 3600 level is critical for not the survival of Bitcoin, but the survival of round about this price. Otherwise, I fear it's going to go down to 3,300 if we can't maintain this price. But it's just very precarious just now. You can see it's kind of bubbling up over and under sometimes as well. It's just hanging by a thread onto his price just now. So if the bulls don't come in and kind of support this line, then we're not going to move higher at all. Obviously, that's a kind of an obvious statement to make. But my kind of thinking is I wanted to go up. Obviously, being an optimistic person, I wanted to go up as well. But having said that, if I was a shorter, I'd wanted to go down. And that's still being optimistic. So it just depends on what way you're going if you're shorting it. But not a lot of people short. A lot of people don't have that mentality. If I was a shorter just now, and I'm not using BitMEX or anything like that, I'd probably put a short in just now. Put a short in with a very tight stop loss, very tight. But I still wanted to go up, obviously, for the whole market, not just for BTC, but for the whole market and for the altcoins as well. I think if we can stay around about these levels and go up from here, then the altcoin market's going to do really well. So it's going to have a lot of good trading opportunities. So I don't know is the honest answer with regards to it, but it looks as if there's a lot of downward pressure. Just like, well, not a lot, but just downward pressure just now. So I need to wait and see. AMB has news 16th of January to 21st of January. Could they be related to waves? No, I didn't see that news there, so I'm sure I've seen it somewhere though. Imran Chowdhury, what's going to happen to BAB when they hold the IPO they held for equity into the company? When they held the IPO, they held for equity into the company. I don't understand what you mean, Imran. Could they be liable to return those funds? I don't think anything's going to happen with BAB. I still think they're going to be trading. So nothing's going to happen with that. I don't think they'll be liable to return the funds. Gary Stewart, early token numbers for BACS have been terrible. Yeah, it's not good. Early token is a poor exchange. I've never used early token. Obviously, I've seen it, I've heard of it, but never really used it, so I can't comment either way. But I don't think early token is a brilliant exchange for BAB, certainly. Gareth Passage, change should come after February. And this is for AMB, I take it, we're talking. Juan Antonio, I went into BAB same time as you and I wished I went out to come back in after. Yeah, if I'm being honest, I'm thinking that just now, but that's only because previously I thought, okay, when I first got into crypto, I thought, okay, the best thing to do is to buy up some brilliant kind of crypto projects and just hold them. I thought that was the best thing to do. Obviously, not the best way to do it. It was a good strategy up until January of this year, and then it would have been a good strategy to sell everything, just literally sell everything and go into USDT and then come back in the markets just now, but that's hindsight. There's no point in talking about that now. We are where we are just now, but I wouldn't have held on to BAB so long. I would have traded and gone into BAB and probably got a bigger bag of BAB because I still believe in what they're doing. Alex Jug, 70 plus of 90 plus pairs have less than 1k volume. Yeah, it's not looking good for the volume of the kind of traders just now, and that's a kind of news story I want to talk about as well. HTBC making it hard to withdraw my crypto to Binance, freezing my account. BTC are doing that. That's Gino Dow. I think with a lot of things, this is why I primarily kind of like to trade on Binance as well. Because I trust Binance much more than any other exchanges. The smaller exchanges are really good, like Mercatox and Cryptopia. Well, Cryptopia has been hacked as well. That's a news story of today as well. And they were good for picking up good ones, not good ones, but ones that nobody knew about, and hoping that they kind of double, triple, quadruple, 1,000%, 2,000% or whatever. But it's really risky, and that's starting to show just now as well. Imran, it's been curtains for BAB after that atrocious anticlimactic big announcement last year and the cringeworthy celebration. I'm afraid investors felt that it was the last straw. I sold my BAB straight after that announcement last year, just had a gut feeling something was really bad. When you get that gut feeling, you kind of have to go with it as well. I've been invested in BAB and been a big ambassador for BAB just now, and I suppose I'm kind of emotionally invested, which is not a good thing, emotionally invested as well in BAB. And just hope they do come out with some good news very soon. Gavin Mearns, good morning from Hull. Going to be accumulating on these dips. Love them in some respect. I know. It's not good for the soul, kind of watching it going down and the dips. But on another, if you've got money to put into it, then it is brilliant from that point of view. Anybody use CryptoHopper? Never used CryptoHopper at all? Gareth, Imran, just a recommendation. Watch Crypto Stuff's video titled Bitcoin's Next 4 Years Opportunity Must See for Investors. Really great TM fundamental based video for the future. Watched that when it came out. Really brilliant video actually. I'll put a link to that. He's talking about a 4-year cycle, and it's a guy that's kind of studied cycles in the stock market and in the kind of bonds market and all types of market. He's actually studied, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. What was his bloody name? I can't remember. He's been a Bitcoin kind of investor or TA, technical analyst for Bitcoin for a while, and he brought a really good video. I'll put a link to it. So I've seen that the other day. A lot of people are talking about it. James Oklahoma is in the house. Welcome to you, one of the brilliant admins. Better late than never. Imran Chowdhury, it's all learning process. Interestingly, as much as we all want to find opportunities in low caps, they're now surrendering the volume to the big caps. I own so many low caps but had to sell. Same here as well. That's why I think, okay, the coin's on Binance, or the project's on Binance, and the larger caps now are the ones I'm kind of looking at. I think the larger caps, while being safe, is good. It's good that they're safe, but they're also very low, kind of compared to where they have been. Compared to their all-time high, they're all kind of very low. NEO is a classic kind of example. NEO, you just go $7 or $8 just now. Why wouldn't you just put all your money into that, every single kind of penny you have, and put it into NEO or something like that? Because obviously you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, but it's because we can't think or fathom what the future is going to be like, and we've still got that fear that NEO might never go back up, or all the other projects might never go back up again, or they might just fade away. It might be one of the coins that fade away. I don't think so. For the bigger coins like NEO, Cardano, they're going to be the ones that kind of double, triple, quadruple, 500%, or Bitcoin as well. And Ethereum, because we're embroiled in the news every single day, the likes of Ethereum, we think, oh, that's gone down the tubes. That's it. It's finished for NEO. But this time, 5 years' time, probably $5,000 or something for the likes of Ethereum. NEO, probably $1,000 in 5 years' time. But we just can't see it just now because we're embroiled in the news every single day. So it's difficult. It's really difficult. Peter J, hi to you, IoT Financial. Bob Lucas, that was it. Bob Lucas, thank you very much. I've a good gut feeling about Zilliqa. Zilliqa is looking really good as well. Looked at that the other day. Called it a few times. Would be good to invest in it as well. The mainnet, the current price and the technology seems like a dark horse in the protocols. Can't go wrong at these prices. No financial advice, just an opinion. Excellent. Yeah, I do like Zilliqa as well. I think that they're not up and coming. They're already up, but I think they're going to rise even further. Okay, so on to the news. Ethereum hard fork vulnerability. Constantinople delayed yet again. This is what I was talking about earlier on, about this kind of Ethereum and all the bad news kind of surrounding Ethereum. This is another piece. In fact, where's the Ethereum price? Is this gone down because of that? Probably. I would imagine. Go to the Coinbase price. Well, it's kind of dropped off anyway. It's $122 at the moment. It was up to 132, went down to 116, back up again. It's 122. This is on a 4-hour chart. So it did have a good run up. So it's not as big a drop as I expected. But this is the kind of news I was talking about. So Ethereum's Constantinople hard fork after Chain Security, a smart contract auditing firm, has found a major vulnerability in one of the objectives of the upgrade. So Chain Security said yesterday that EIP 1283, which was one of the planned changes, is vulnerable to attacks as it can provide hackers a loophole in the smart contract code. So because of this, they're going to be delaying it again. For Constantinople was meant to be executed on the 17th of January, but they're going to be delaying that and talking about it on the 18th of January. So the next date for release for Constantinople will be decided in a couple of days' time on Friday. So not good news for Ethereum, kind of just more bad news for them. But I think in the long term Ethereum are going to be okay, but this is just kind of not good for them. New Zealand police confirm investigation into alleged 3.6 million hack of Cryptopia. So this was the Cryptopia hack everybody was talking about yesterday, we were talking about as well. Cryptopia, which abruptly shut down its website and exchange services on January 14, subsequently said it detected malicious activity. The Cryptopia exchange suffered a security breach which resulted in significant losses, official wrote in a statement uploaded to the company's Twitter account. So I'm just going to see, it looks like it was 2.5 million worth of Ethereum was stolen. So this was kind of came out on January the 13th. And I've traded on Cryptopia in the past, but because of these kind of hacks in the past as well, I just went over and just started trading on Binance. Because I feel it is more secure, and I feel I trust Binance much more. And obviously if you're holding long term, you just take your coins off the exchanges anyway. We shouldn't be holding our coins on any of the exchanges. So it looks as if it's $2.5 million worth. In addition, this is one of the other things, a lesser known altcoin called Centrality was stolen in the hack as well, with 48 million tokens worth 1.2 million transferred from Cryptopia's wallet. So the exchange has since alerted the police, which is obviously the police are involved just now. So this is the dangers of the small exchanges, and I think 2019 is going to be the year that these smaller exchanges are going to be wiped out. If it's not regulated, if they're not regulated properly, which a lot of the exchanges aren't, then they're going to be wiped out and they're just going to disappear altogether. And this is going to be the rise of the bigger exchanges coming on board. Obviously Binance is going to be one of them. This caught my eye for a number of reasons. I'll tell you why. It's just saying Bitcoin too risky. It's asking a question. US lottery ticket sales exceed entire BTC market cap. So every year US citizen, this is just in the US citizens spent north of $70 billion on state lottery tickets. That's almost $8 billion more than the entire market cap of Bitcoin, and more than half of the entire crypto market as a whole. So they're talking about here comparison is a great way to put things into context, and it goes on to state, and we'll kind of talk about it a wee bit more after that. So this is the kind of sales of the state lottery tickets. Obviously when you buy a lottery ticket, you either win or lose, and that's it. Most people lose their money obviously. So I wonder how much out of the 80 billion spent per year is actually given back to winners. I can't see it being that much at all, but obviously the lottery goes to, well, in the UK it goes towards good causes as well, so I don't know how the US lottery works. But I also put Facebook active users make Bitcoin look tiny. So Facebook has 2.3 billion active monthly users around the world. They have a third of the world's population, well, just under a third of the world's population on Facebook just now. Now, why am I kind of talking about this? Really is to put it into context where Bitcoin is at the moment, where cryptocurrencies are at the moment. So in comparison, so there's 2.3 billion Facebook users, and in comparison, how many does crypto have? It hasn't quite pierced 32 million. Hardly anybody in the world knows about cryptocurrency or is involved in it or is talking about it. 32 million people, as compared with 2.3 billion people in the world on Facebook, who are on Facebook on a monthly basis, and there's only 32 million. With Bitcoin Market Journal placing the number of 22 million Bitcoin wallets as of July 2018. There's only 22 million Bitcoin wallets. So it's just to put it into context, and still to say, although we're embroiled in the markets every single day, when I get involved in this, when I first got involved and I really started studying it and kind of looking into it and researching everything about kind of blockchain, about everything to do with crypto, because I'm really passionate about it when I first got into it. And then I got embroiled and I thought everybody must know about crypto because I've seen the news every day. I was kind of talking about it every single day to yourselves in the groups that I was involved in. I just thought everybody must really know about it. When you become embroiled in this world, you think kind of everybody else kind of knows about it as well. But then when you talk to friends, family, nobody has a clue about cryptocurrency. They do not have a clue about Bitcoin, about cryptocurrency, about blockchain, about anything. It's only in our little world. And our little world is little, it's tiny. So we have to remember that and think about the bigger picture when this does explode and hit the mainstream. We're nowhere near mainstream adoption yet. When it does hit the mainstream, that's when things are going to change. That's when you're going to see the Bitcoin price at $100,000, $200,000. That's what they're talking about in that video as well, Bob Lucas, and thanks for that. And Bob Lucas was talking about in the video that with the 4-year cycle, they expect from 2019 onwards, from 2019 to about 2020, 21, 2021, 22, Bitcoin should, if you can extrapolate the kind of price rises from previous 4-year cycles, should hit $100,000 to $200,000 in the next 3-4 years. And then there'll be another down cycle to about $78,000, then it'll go back up to about $400,000. But we're talking over years. But because we're so into the market just now and we're so wrapped up in it just now, we can't even think as far ahead as tomorrow. So that's why when we're talking about the likes of BAB as well, because we're seeing it every single day, literally every single day for the last year and a half, I think it's gone down, it's gone down, it's gone down. But we have to see it as an investment. And I have to keep reminding myself of that as well. We're investors as well as traders, but with BAB, for me, it's an investment. But it's just precarious just now because I've not got out the news. So that's what we have to remember. And that's why I want to share that story with you as well. Peter J, looking forward to the BAB CEO talk on TED Talk this Friday. I didn't actually know about that, Peter, so that'll be good. Can't wait for XRP and Swift meeting. That's going to be good as well. XRP, I just think they're going to explode again. Gary Passage, crypto's not a lottery. Exactly. Crypto is not a lottery because it's not a case of buying crypto and you're going to lose all your money unless you go into one of these kind of scam projects. But I think we all know enough now not to get involved in these kind of scam projects. Or we can do research enough to know not to get involved in. Alex Shug, anyone know if Banker has any issues? I've not been on Banker for ages. Many projects with zero volume. And on Chow, 2019 trends, regulatory improvements, mainstream trading, more dApps, clearer taxation laws. Yeah, we definitely need that. Stability will become a larger factor. Exchanges will improve. Improved blockchains. Yes, and it's coming. Gino Dow, Tron will be bigger than Facebook. 2.3 billion. We are early to the party. Everyone still needs to be informed of crypto. They do. We're still at the beginning stages of the party. If a party started at 8 o'clock at night, we're the ones that are there at 12 midday, just sitting by the pool having a beer before the party starts. That's where we are. I know that's a crap analogy, but it's just because you said party there, so I just thought I'd use that. Anyway, Alex Shug, routine maintenance for Bangkok. Right, okay. Go XRP, Eddie Masuve. Gather Passage, as a matter of time, BTC up slowly. We're so early we don't even... We are, that's the thing, Imran. We are so early we don't realise it. In fact, using a party analogy, we've not even thought about the party. That's how kind of early it is. We've not even thought about kind of having the party, but we're creating it. This is us. We're creating this market. Right. Got a wee bit passionate there. We'll just have a look at the charts again, see what the hell's going on. Eternity up even more, which is good to see. CND, I just got out of that this morning at around about that price. AMB has gone up, come back down a wee bit. Meta, I think, is going to jump up as well. and they've already started to. REQ, called that last week. I don't know if I did call it too early. I think I called it 6:30. Fuel just got out of that this morning as well to get into waves. So had a good run up as well. So just see waves. This is purely, it's going up 7242. So that's starting to make its run just now, which is good. I think I'm going to 7,100. Not 7,100, 71,000. So it's up to 72,000, which is good. So I expect a run up in the next couple of days if Bitcoin behaves. Brilliant. 3,620. So good. This is what we need. This is my level of so 3,600 is a cliff for me. If it falls over that, I know it's kind of fell over it a bit, but it's kind of hanging by its kind of fingertips, and now it's kind of climbing back up that cliff again, and it's just trying to get itself on the ledge, and so it needs to stay there at 3,600 if we're going to make a rise. I'm still optimistic as well that that's going to happen, because I think it's just good for the overall kind of alts market as well. Time are we on? We've got time. Haven't even bought the ice yet for the party. Yes, that's it. BTC faster up. Good. Magpawn, we're still listening to the music. Yes, we are. The DJ hasn't arrived yet. Cardano on the move. Excellent. Cardano, I think, is going to be huge as well. Another one of those. ADA BTC. Yeah, 1223. Excellent. So Cardano has risen. We kind of spoke about this way back in the 900s, 50%. We're so expected to go a lot higher than this. A lot higher than this. What are your thoughts about BNB? I think BNB, obviously they've got the coin burn as well. With BNB, I think they're going to do really well. For the long term, I think brilliant. I've kind of said for ages, this is a $100 coin waiting to happen. We shouldn't really speak about projects and the kind of dollar value, because it all depends on Bitcoin, what price Bitcoin is, because this could be a $100 coin even at this Satoshi value if Bitcoin went up enough. So we shouldn't really speak about it in dollar value. So it's going to way surpass its all-time high with Satoshi value, which was 270,000. It's going to way surpass that BNB. So imagine you go in here at 3,745. So it came out on 29th of July. Imagine you go in here just a little bit of kind of thinking here, how much would you go? 6,000%. 6,000%. Unbelievable. That's crazy to think that these kind of prices, and that's only a year and a half. Imagine where it's going to be in 5 years. And I think Binance is going to be one of the exchanges that does survive. Obviously, they're bringing out the DEX as well. They've got the CYT-Crypto exchanges as well. They're trialing them out in Uganda and places like that. I just think BNB is just, Binance is just a brilliant, brilliant company, project, team, everything about it is really good. You're going to hold TRX for the BTT airdrop? Nope. Me personally, no. Oh, you were talking to Jacob there? You're going to hold... Oh, that was Jacob that was saying that. Honest Crypto Journey. Crypto is not the world of today, it's the world of tomorrow. Mass adoption may take another 10 years. Look back at these prices then. Exactly. But it's hard to walk away now, and it's hard to not get embroiled in the day-to-day kind of stuff that with crypto, especially if you're a trader. Imran, I have a target of 4,500 at the end of the week. That would be good if that happened. How's Brexit affecting crypto and the US, the shutdown has slowed down the SEC? Brexit, I don't think is going to happen. I don't think we're going to exit Europe, and this is my personal opinion, and I think this is all kind of set up to not kind of exit Europe. I think there's a lot of things happened. They've tried to take our minds off kind of Brexit, and a lot of scaremongering going on with Brexit. Me, I'm for it. I'm for independence or going independent and just, but a lot of people don't agree with me. Thousands, millions of people don't agree with me, but I'm for it. But it's not going to happen. I really don't believe it's going to happen. And I think all these things that's going on just now, Theresa May she's going to get toughed out. Then there's going to be a second vote. Then we're not going to exit Europe, and that'll be the end of it. And that's what they've been going for all along. When they first decided about this referendum, they thought everybody was going to say stay. We're just going to stay in the European Union, but they didn't expect the vote to kind of turn out the way it turned out. And now they're really kind of shit scared. So it's not going to happen, I believe. And I don't see how. Anyway, that's political. We don't want to go into that. Yeah, I just get kind of annoyed. Gina Dow bought ADA, Digibyte, Motron and XRP with $1,000. Excellent. With the $1,000. Oscar Ray, Cryptopia could be an inside job. Feels like an exit scam to me. Yeah, that's why we shouldn't trust these kind of small exchanges like that. Although, as I said, it's good to catch some of them. How many have we caught? Being really honest. Imran Chowdhury for Brexit too. They've been installing from day one. They totally have been installing from day one. It would just make the UK much more attractive for crypto if they were to detach from EU regulation. Exactly. My thoughts, exactly. A lot of my friends don't agree with me, certainly. London Bobby, aloha Steve, what's going on with Stella? Not much news lately. Can I get back to all-time high? Yeah, I think so. Bab, license, any whispers? There's no whispers just now. I still think they're going to come out. But I don't know. I hope Bab get the timing right for it, because a lot of people are getting pissed off now. That even if they get the license, it might not go up. But I'm hoping it does. I hope for their sake, I hope for our sake it does as well. Just going to check something. Did I see news as well? No, I didn't. Must have another news source as well. Oh, still at XLM. I'm looking at NEM. Keep getting them mixed up. 2 million, so just look at XLM. I keep getting mixed up with NEM and XLM. Doik. Right. XLM. BTC. And kind of way down just now. Oh no, they had a big run up as well. This is a daily chart. So they've got that support line there. We're just looking at very, very quick TA. So long-standing support line there, and they've got a kind of trading range, a long-term trading range. Nearly the whole year within there. Can I get back to their all-time high? Stellar Lumens as a project, yes, definitely. That's 6,000. But I suspect XLM will go on to Bittrex. I'm looking to see their all-time high, so that is their all-time high, 6,000. Yeah, I suspect it will, but they've got this kind of trading channel they've been trading within for the last year or so as well. So yeah, I think someone's got to give with them Stellar Lumens, and I think they will come back up, and I think it's going to be a good, well, it's a good project. I just think it's forgotten about just now. A lot of these projects are forgotten about in favour of kind of other ones, but when it comes back into play and comes back into fashion, it will kind of rise quickly. Baba's backs. Yep. What does the X stand for? And XRM, XRP, XLM. Imran. Is this a joke? Rick, I know you're telling jokes yesterday. Jason, a placeholder when they use two identifiers. Ah, right. And Gareth Passage stands for X Rapid. Just kidding. Thanks for the tip for last week. What to buy for my $1,000 and bought as written above. Ah, right. I'm with you. XLM equals extra large medium. Excellent. So I'm going to leave it there just now. There's a couple of people still talking that these are far too long, these videos. There was a comment, I quite like this. I'm going to show you this actually. Quite like this. So go to Video Manager. Video Manager, where was this comment? I think, was it here? Yeah, I think it was here. Is it as well? If anything. Where was it? Yeah, True Value 77 said you need to make your content way shorter. Many don't have the time for close to an hour to go through it all. But then there's from Null's Bill, you need to make your content way longer. I have all the time in the world to watch your content. So I thought that was brilliant from Null's Bill, so thanks very much for that. But comment from True Values as well, a lot of people don't have the time to watch it for 45 minutes. I've been thinking about ways to cut down the time for this. It did used to be an hour, but I have cut it down to 45 minutes and tried to cut it down even shorter. But I'm going to keep it like this. I'm just going to keep it like this as well. But I'll try and do timestamps. It's difficult to do the timestamps to go through all the content and do the timestamps. But I'll try and do timestamps so somebody can just click on the link for the timestamps. I don't know if you've seen it yesterday. I've done the timestamps. I'll see if it works actually. I didn't even go back to check if it worked. So if we get timestamps in, and anybody can do this in the comments. Ah shit, it's not there. Or was it the other day I done it? Ah damn. So it didn't work yesterday. No, that didn't work. I've obviously done something that's not worked on. Bollocks. So yeah, I'll do timestamps anyway. Duration of the vids is fine. Hey Steve, thanks for your hard work. Gareth Passage. If someone thinks it's long, they can always click X. I know. And content can be longer. Magpon, thanks for today. Marcus Chapali, official launch of Binance's Euro GBP fee exchange. Binance dot. Happy days. Yes. That'll be good when that happens as well. Good as quite enjoyable. Jason Ray, Steve, it's just a market that's affecting the viewership, not your style. I think it is a market. I noticed at the very beginning, when I first started, there was 2,000-3,000 views, but it's gone way down. But I think obviously in a bull market, there'll be a lot more people coming in as well. I think you need to interview just one big project, big cap, and that'll bring a lot of traffic your way. I love doing the interviews. Love doing the interviews. But I've got that as a time obviously as well, and it's kind of getting in touch with people as well. So I've interviewed a couple of small caps like Bab as well, and a couple of other people that I've done as well. And I do love doing interviews, and I've started doing that in the personal development channel as well. I've done an interview yesterday with a big author and co-founder of Kajabi, kind of multi-millionaire. So I love doing that, and I'd love to do it in crypto as well. So it'd be quite good to do that. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now. I'm talking mints just now. I'll leave it there just now, but have a brilliant day whatever you're doing. Until next time, namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you and your time as well. So thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes. The ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.